It's so nice to de-stress.
Today's recommendation is the steak.
Which should I choose?
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfen.
Fountain. Hear my wishes. Today's recommendation is the steak.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfen.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Guess I'll post an expedition at the Adventurers Guild.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
I guess I'll post an expedition at the Adventurers Guild.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
You're also here for Mondstadt's wine, aren't you? Today's recommendation is the steak. I don't want to add to Anthony's troubles.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Star Snatch Cliff is known for its views. Today's recommendation is the steak.
Which should I
There will
choose?
definitely be something that catches your eye.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
Which should I choose?
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Hear my wishes.
It's so nice to de-stress.
The steak.
Which should I choose?
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Is the
I
steak.
guess I'll post an expedition at the Adventurers Guild.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfenbruck.
The neighboring nation of Liyue has the most prosperous commercial port on the Star Snatch Cliff is known for its views.
I guess
It's
I'll
been getting
post an
quite busy
expedition at the
recently.
Adventurers Guild.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
You're also here for Mondstadt's wine, aren't you? It's been
way behind schedule.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do. Born of ice and frost, written in the stars. Here we go. Time for takeoff. This is long overdue. Delved into destiny. Access denied. Lights out. Judgment. Let's play. Think you can get away? Fate is upon you. Let me scribe. We're way behind schedule. Ice and Frost. For Rex Lapis! We're way behind. Time for takeoff. Delve into destiny. Decided by destiny. Punishment! Blaze over! Shadows of fate! Brace yourselves!
That's close enough.
Think you can get away? This is long overdue. Written in the stars. Let me scribe. Time for takeoff. You can't run! All hail! Born of ice and frost.
Following orders.
A new punching.
Here we go! Think you can get away? No touching! Punishment! Judgment!
Following orders.
Access denied.
You want this one?
We're way behind schedule.
You are not
Born of ice and
welcome
frost.
here.
This is long overdue. Brace yourselves. Time for takeoff. Shadows of fate.
Time to go to work.
Some fury!
Now you're testing my patience.
No touching.
Meet again.
Next on the agenda.
Fry!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Happy to oblige.
Born of ice and frost. Blaze over. Fate is upon you. Let's play. Think you can get away? Lights out. You can't run. Judgment! No touching! For Rex Lapis! Brace yourselves! Access denied. Time for takeoff. Let's play! Let me scribe. Think you can get away? Yeah. We're way behind schedule. Shadows of fate, written in the stars. Born of ice and frost. It's so nice to de-stress. Astra Abyssosque. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience of—
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this. In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask, just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her? From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque? So it's been you this whole time? Are you done rest? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sabzeruz festival, except in my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children. You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sabzeruz festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to— Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity? No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival?
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers!
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts. We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know any... After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages. I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia... It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're worried.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their mind. No way, that's too...
You mean it'd be too easy?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru. Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the act.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to...
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly put... then I should find someone who's already involved. But
You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming back, we met someone someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female?
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon...
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place and soon after, the star witnessed the sun's course. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, but in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the Academia. She still feels guilty.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the She's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already become the sage's right. That way, not only can we get useful from my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the Academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots.
Next on the agenda...
This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about...
No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and...
Talking style and...
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods...
Huh? Really?
Shh! My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for...
Uh-huh. It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps at some time in the past.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the Lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electra.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Love prospects? The gods have... One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be? Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune-telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is, suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well,
if you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit...
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite?
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still... When I start talking with him, listen carefully to...
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we...
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the...
Speaking of, where did you look...
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprentice. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when...
That's nice. You're making a living doing...
So is your father still working?
Oh, no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life and...
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything!
It's my duty to protect Samari's...
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before. Huh? So, if I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
That's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to... But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning! Amazing!
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to...
I see. Guess that makes sense.
Thank you so much.
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Setaria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Setaria face her problems.
Setaria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break the... I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making... Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the faith...
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage... Although she knew she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Setaria is also too smart to fall... If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be weird. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her...
So, you mean you're going to...
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Setaria for sure.
Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating.
Huh? Best of luck? But...
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long...
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been...
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing...
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone.
Alright, then let's give it...
Here she comes. Setaria is here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Paimon's starting to... Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find...
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabiya?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
Sorry, your new laugh is just so hilarious. I couldn't...
Please pay no mind to those kinds of details. The gods are asking. Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone... home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Setaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question.
I'm sorry. I know I've... And if I may ask, Nabiya, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to...
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet...
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal...
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Oh, she just ran off in a hurry.
Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, That must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida, it seems like you all I know are some abstract Harabatop theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sataria.
He's out of Keems now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Huh? Wasn't he nursing a leg injury? If I recall correctly, his strong arms had always...
He sprained his arm a while back. Well,
actually, while we're talking about him, is he...
Yeah, he's been retired.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormo. He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray—
Akeem! You don't mean you've also become—
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who
can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this!
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit.
Come on! Sataria's already started talking with Shishan!
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something? Wait, did you just say attic? I thought this place didn't—
well, the restaurant recently added an attic. Oh, right. I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was—
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all—
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King—
What an absurd question. You make it sound like, in reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia.
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guard!
This is the most important part of—
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are—
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Setaria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore... Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Seems that no matter... I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia, and if you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form...
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know about the Sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zerus festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city. And even the sages are still quite wary.
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send some...
The Academia entrance. Wouldn't that be...
Don't worry about that. I assure... I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again.
All right, I trust you.
So,
that'll depend on the
Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. Maybe it's time for me to find a god.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring... The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one... Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Setaria's mission to...
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars?
No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild. That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to...
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot... If something were to happen, my existence... After all, the Academia should still be...
Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be off. What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course...
No, I think he's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets.
Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Setaria figured out a way to not only...
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off.
Well, regardless, as long... There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Setaria managed to distract all the guards.
Next on the agenda...
This hour of the night.
The triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City! What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the God of Wisdom.
This should be far enough. Whew. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tighnari told us about him, and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must have been talking about the doc. Yeah, now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis? Yeah, things would. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting. You mean? Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work? Even though he turned it down at the time. There's no time to lose.
We're way behind schedule.
Hold it right there! A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?